Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails Through Daybreak II Part 36. In the previous video, we confronted the Lai family and then Rosette came in and she's like, by the way, don't ever forget I'm the only one who actually gets to be cool in this game. Remember your place, cowards. And then, I don't know, some stuff happened. We got to gather info about the trader. That's the long story short there, partner. I'm pretty sure. We did some stuff in the garden. Yeah. We got a side quest, That's what we're doing. Ain't that right, Fairy? Also, Fairy, what happened to your new outfit? I kind of got baited. You got like this cool new outfit and now it's gone. Can we... Is it a real... No? Cowards. Because I liked her dancing outfit.
Now, what's
cool.
it say?
I mean, maybe we could get it in the garden, but I don't really care that much. Every year, all the restaurants in Longport hold a competition to judge who can prepare the best dish. However, with things being as they are lately, we need a bit of a helping hand in getting everything set up. If you'd be willing to pitch in, please meet me at my restaurant. I do like cooking. Okay. What up? I take it you're the one that put out the 4 SPG? Something about trouble with a cooking competition, was it? You were here yesterday. I hadn't realized you were a Spriggan. I see you brought the Prodigy along as well. Nice to meet you, Aaron. Yeah, just happened to work part-time for the guy. Anyway, heard a good bit about you too. Word around town was that a really skilled lady took over the place 2 years ago. Even managed to brush off pressure from the Lai family. Really? That's so cool. What did you do? I said, no, I'm not going to give you money. And they were like, what? But we're criminals. You got to give us money. We asked for it. Well, dang. There's nothing we can do because if we were to force you to pay us, that'd be breaking the law. And we don't do that. That's because my big sister's a Teiji Chushi? I've heard that's the highest rank a chef of Eastern cuisine can reach. Yeah, okay. What if you get stabbed? Tintin, are you sure you want to make such a fuss over nothing? You know how I feel about those big titles. You know, I actually think I've been here before. I remember there was an old man running the place back then. Told me his eldest daughter was in training over at a restaurant in Calvardian Hotel. I'm guessing you're the daughter you was talking about? Your old man must be pretty proud. Now there's some praise I do like to hear. Would you mind if we got back to the matter of my request though? All means, I admit this cooking competition doesn't sound like the kind of thing you need a Spriggan for. Plus, we don't really cook. The Great Longport Cook-Off, right? All the restaurants in the area are free to participate. I've been to it a few times myself. I was actually planning to go to this year's competition too. With all the trouble around here lately, it'd be nice to have something to lift our spirits and take our minds off things. There's another side to it too, though. The elders who support each restaurant use it as a competition to maintain their standing. As it stands now, the head chef of Taoyuan restaurant, which is currently closed, has been invited. So is the new food truck in Newtown. Taoyuan restaurant, that's the place where we fought the remnants of the Lai family. I'm surprised to hear they'll be participating. It sounds so exciting, especially so many people involved. Honestly, I'm a little nervous about it all. You see, the usual event space isn't available this time around, so they asked me to hold it here instead. It was supposed to be at Calvardian Hotel, however, with all the issues that have cropped up recently, I decided to opt out of participating. And with me trying to get ready to enter the competition myself, I'm just about at my wit's end. I was hoping that maybe you could help me out a bit. Does that sound like something you could do? Let me think. There's nothing lawful about cooking, game. Nope, can't do it. It would put me at Law 4, and you know, we're strictly a Law 3 sort of place. Alright, fine. Alright, we'll take your case. Considering the whole deal with Hayue, we're probably the best people for the job anyway. You're a lifesaver. Now I really had to put my all into this year's competition. Could you explain a bit more about what you'd like us to help you with? Of course. Well, firstly, with the Liu family's trading business having gone under, several places have been unable to stock up on enough imported ingredients. From what I've heard, Guihua Fandian and Horian? Have been hit the worst. The Taiyuan restaurant and that new food truck in Newtown have apparently been just fine. Apparently Mengxiao food truck seems to be doing more than fine. I knew I could count on you. Thanks for looking into it for me. As for our place, I believe we still have what we need for the time being. However, if all possible, there is one thing I was hoping you might be able to find for me. What would that be? It's a slightly unusual type of laoju by the name of Tianfing Chuan? The person who ran the brewery passed away a while ago, and they closed down not long after. It's become quite a collector's item. I'm not sure how many bottles of it there are even now, but I just know it would be perfect for the dish I'm planning to make. Got it. We'll see if we can manage it. Thank you. If it ends up costing you anything, I'll take care of the fee, so please feel free to tell them to put it on my tab. And even if you can't find it, I can still make do, so try not to worry too much. Okay, kind of made it sound like there were more issues than just not having enough ingredients, though. Well, it's a bit hard to explain, but it almost seems like there's someone trying to sabotage the competition. In fact, just this morning I found some of the cooking wine in our pantry smashed to pieces. Huh, wouldn't be surprised if Taiyuan's head chef was behind it all. Guess we better go see what the other participants have to say. That'll give us some insight into who done it. And it should also help us figure out the supply issues. I would really appreciate it. Please let me know if you find anything.
Okay, time to get to work.
Holy cow! They got cow tongue here in the soup. That's pretty neato. That's stuff people say, right? Alright, I'll be counting on you to handle what we discussed. If you get a chance, I'd like to recommend checking in the new stand in Newtown. The owner's apparently been selling a special dish lately. He calls it Holy Cow!
Let's see here. What did I need to pick up next?
Okay, well, let's get to exploring, ain't that right, Fairy? Hey, isn't that lady... Is she a friend of yours? Nah, but I heard about her. I think she's a hostess over at the Taiyuan restaurant. Oh, I get where you're going with this. Their head chef said to be taking part in the cook-off. Let's go see if she knows something. Well, well, if it isn't the Prodigy, and I take it you're the Spriggan. Should have figured a hostess for a live family restaurant would be in the know. So what does little boy from Lou want with me? Not really a little boy anymore, but whatever. So I got a couple of questions I'd like to ask you. Yeah, I promise I'm looking for a fight with the lie. I'm just curious about what the head chef of the restaurant you work for. We already got an invitation to the Great Longport Cook-Off, patent pending. Oh, that's what this is about. Yes, Yonsu's been pretty excited about it. The restaurant may be closed for the moment, but he's blocked off an entire section of the kitchen to prepare for the event. Wow, he must be really fired up for it. Well, he takes a lot of pride in being a chef at one of Longport's finest establishments. He was feeling a bit let down by the closure, but this cook-off sure has lit a spark under him. While we're on the topic, do you happen to know if he's run into any issues while preparing for the competition? I don't recall hearing anything about it, or hearing much of anything from it, really, no. The only thing I can say is he's been feeling a lot of pressure lately because of everything that's happened with the Lai family. Plus, I mean, like, I don't really, like, work there anymore because, you know, they're closed, and you know. Didn't she say, like, in her initial NPC dialogue it's been closed for, like, 3 months or something, so she hasn't been working there? So, I mean, in theory, she really shouldn't know that much. Or maybe I made that up? I don't know. That makes sense. We're just doing what we can to support the cook-off, so please tell him to give us a holler if he needs anything. Got it. I'll let him know. Thanks for the offer. Our head chef has been working really hard lately. Are you excited to see what he comes up with? Yes, chef. Alright, take me to the town that is
Let's do
new.
this.
To Newtown. This isn't like your old town. This is the new town. Same sound as the old town.
What have we got?
Ooh, man, they got all kinds of, man, and a milk-based drink with an indulgent mango flavor. Don't mind if I do. An exotic soda flavored with apricot kernel extract. I don't know about that, partner, but you know, I'd probably try it if it was free. Guess that's probably the food truck, and that's the restaurant. We'll start with the food truck.
Stay calm.
Damn, man, they got a line. Good thing I can cut in front of it. Oh, it's another Shino imposter. Step right up, everyone, and don't be shy. Come and taste the next generation of Eastern cuisine. I prepared plenty, so come and get as many as you like. No matter how many times I eat, I never get tired of that flavor. I could have this stuff for every meal. Right? It's almost like I find something new to enjoy with every bite. I was licking my lips at the thought of a new dish, but I never thought it'd be this delish. I just can't stop eating them. This stuff might even be better than a polyteal duck. Looks like business is booming. This is the new food truck she mentioned. Looking at it's making me hungry. I mean, since we're here and all, do you think maybe we could grab some too? To be honest, I'm wanting to try them myself. Sure, I don't see why not. Sounds like they're not hurting for ingredients, though. Maybe they have some info for us. Didn't Van and the others stood in line for 3 hours? Luckily, they had avoided coming during the lunch rush. The group only had waited about 10 minutes for finding themselves at the counter. Really? There was a bunch of people in line, man. And it's just the one guy cooking it up. Welcome! What can I get for you today? We take great pride in everything we serve. Not too familiar with this new Eastern cuisine, actually. Got any recommendations? I'd say our most popular dish right now is our Millennium Duck. We use traditional I know the word, but I can't think of the pronunciation right now, as the inspiration for our recipe. But prepping duck takes a lot of work, and we can get pretty expensive, right? After years of hard work and research, we've come up with something even tastier than the original, and without having to break the bank. Yeah, I've had it over at Kowloon Hotel's restaurant before. Sounds like it could be pretty great if it actually holds up. Huh, the name makes it sound so expensive. It's nice that we get to try something like that on the cheap. At first, I thought it was some form of Eastern crepe, but it turns to be stuffed with lao bean that's been folded like a taco. Given how simple it is to eat on the go, I can see why it would be so popular. Guess that's part of what makes it taste so good. Okay, we'll take one of each then. Thank you for your business. Enjoy. Band and the others received their order of Millennium Duck. By the way, I heard you're going to be taking part in the cook-off that's coming up. Our friend asked us to help with it a bit. Think you could use our assistance? I see, that's awfully kind of you, but no, I can't really think of anything at the moment. And I'm sorry, it looks like I've got other customers waiting, so stop yapping. Eat your duck and get to moving. Make like a duck and quack. Sorry about that. We'll get out of your hair for now. Whoa, this stuff really is good. The meat's so tender too. I'm surprised the prices are so low. Even the skin's all nice and crispy. Really gives off the authentic texture. Indeed, the spices he uses gives it a very distinct flavor. It certainly leaves you wanting more. What's the matter, small fry? I don't care for it? It tastes bad. Me want chicken nuggies. Where milk, chicken nuggies, mac and cheese, grilled cheese, chicken nuggies. No, it's not that. It's only tasty. I don't know how to put it, really. Well, don't mind me. I think the herbs he used just don't agree with my stomach. That's all. Yeah, it's probably friggin' got crack cocaine in it or something. That's odd. Okay.
You there!
Ominous
Awesome,
close-up.
delicious pasta sound.
Delicious pasta? Yeah, looks like a new stand cropped up recently. Apparently they're serving Eastern cuisine. Now there's another rival to pull my attention away from pasta. Does Sura know about this? It'll have a major impact on our future.
Hi there. Want to try something?
Come again.
Okay, don't mind. I'm just gonna sneak right by you. Just gonna sneak right by you. Sneaking right by you.
This is positively delectable.
Ah, Mr. Arkwright, what brings you to our humble establishment today? We heard you were planning to participate in the Great Longport Cook-Off patent pending. Meishing asked us if you wouldn't mind us helping you out. I see. Always so selfless, that one. I'm a little surprised you guys are going to be taking part, though. Sounds like the different houses in Hayway have a bit of a stake in the whole thing. Well, you do make a fair point. We didn't want to let Meijing down after all the work she's put into the event. She really has a way with people, huh? That makes sense. She seems to do a lot for the community. Anyway, she mentioned that you guys are having trouble getting your hands on certain ingredients. I suppose that about sums up the situation. I'm trying to figure out if we can make substitutes. We haven't been able to obtain any Jade Dragon's Eye. I'm afraid I haven't heard of that ingredient before. Searching. My apologies. Jade Dragon's Eye is a top brand of longan fruit. It's extremely high quality. It's also exactly what we need to have a fighting chance in the competition. I know longan fruit. It's the stuff they always use in Eastern medicine. All you need some high quality, then easy. If it's used in medicine, then maybe there's a stock of them reserved for medicinal use somewhere. Perhaps they might even have some of a higher quality they'd be willing to share. Sounds pretty straightforward. I gotta check if somebody might have some medical supplies stashed away. By the way, Guano, you had any other issues lately? Like somebody doing anything to mess with your food or something? Now that you mention it, we have, yeah? Although it was rather minor, all things said and done. This morning I found that some of our plumbing out back was damaged. There was water everywhere. We had someone come and fix it right away, so it wasn't a complete disaster, thankfully. But we had just new plumbing put in last year. Felt like somebody did it intentionally. That does sound pretty fishy. Might just be a coincidence, but it's still worth a suspicion. We can look into that more on our side, though. For now, just keep on keeping your customers fed. Thank you for all your help. I'll go ahead and get back to work then.
Positively delectable.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I'd be extremely grateful if you could bring me some Jade Dragon's Eye. I need to make something I don't usually serve for this year's competition. That means I have to be extra discerning about the ingredients I use. You just chill right there, lady. We'll come back for you later. Okay, so we want to go to Pharmacy Man, who's in the First Wood.
What are we waiting for?
The Wood of the First. Yes, yes. Is this you over here? No, that's the inn. Right? We're looking for the pharmacy, isn't that like... Well, maybe we're going to the... Or maybe we do this first? Oh, yeah, because this is the other restaurant that was mentioned. Yeah. Well, what is it, Van and Company? How can I help you? Meijing tells me you're going to be competing in the cooking competition. She wants us to come check on you. That girl's such a sweetheart, always looking out for others. You could stand to learn a thing or two from her, Wuhan. Of course, dear. I'll be sure to do just that. Anyway, she said you guys are running a little low on some ingredients. Yes, I was hoping to go with something a bit more expensive for my competing dish. I wanted to get my hands on some fresh red crab, but the seafood traders seem to be out right now. Red crab meat is often used in Eastern cuisine, isn't it? I hear it carries a high price tag because it can only be found in a few select locations. In the West, it's also known as carmine crab. Wow, it's a pretty fancy choice for a restaurant like yours. But I guess what you're saying is that due to Liu family's trading being frozen, they're in low supply right now? Exactly, there are other suppliers around here that we're friends with, but they're fresh out too. And to hear them tell it, someone came in and bought out their whole stock. Bought out their whole stock? Maybe that's what Meijing meant by sabotage. It's possible. In that case, I think we can help them out if we can just find another way to get some crab. Well, look at the supply storage on our end. If anything else comes up, please let us know. Just try and focus on your cooking for the time being. Thank you for your help. It really means a lot to us. I can get you some crab. I can catch you some crab. Alright, seems we got a handle on how all the participants are doing now. And out of the 5 restaurants, 3 of them seem to be dealing with interference with somebody. We still can't say for sure that it's a rival business that did it. They seem to be the only 2 that were lacking ingredients. Although Miss Meijing did ask us to obtain a bottle of Laoju as well. And old man Wu, I wanted some red crab. Pretty sure I've seen crabs like that over in the Second World's waterways. They were fat, juicy looking ones too, man. They ought to be just good enough. I think I spotted them over by that cigar shop. In that case, let's head over and see if we can catch one real quick. They're supposed to be rare, but we should be able to find a few with shard search. Those stray dragon eyes will probably have to rely on someone with medical supplies. Indeed. 1 or 2 of the others should suffice, I would think. At least with the Laoju the Meijing was asking for. I'm not positive, but I know a guy might be able to get his hands on some. Anyway, let's get out there, find what we can, and keep an eye out for anything suspicious. Exactly, Fairy, exactly. Damn true. I'm always saying that shit. Okay, that's the temple. I guess they got the... I mean... I thought I'd go to the clinic, but the clinic says it ain't got shit. I'm still gonna pop over there. I mean, the church probably has some alcohol. That makes sense. They're always making medicine and whatnot. I had a friend who works at a pharmacy in the capital stop by for a visit a moment ago. It was quite the surprise. I think it's been about 4 years since I last saw him, but he looks the same as ever. Honestly, he hasn't aged a day. That's that medicine,
Allow me
man.
to assist.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy things you can buy in the old dang prescription shops
Hope
and
to see you
whatnot.
again.
You know, there's just one store in the capital that sells cancer. Can you believe that? Ah, if it isn't Van and Aaron, what can I do for you? Are you here for some medicine? Well, we're in the market for some high-quality jade dragon's eye at the moment. Most local retailers seem to be fresh out, though. We were wondering if maybe you had some extra stored away for medicinal purposes? Jade dragon's eye. It's true we use them in medicine fairly often, but our clinic's been hit by the same trade issue as all the others. Barely have more than a handful of normal dragon eyes, much less any jade ones. Are you crazy in this economy? Oh man, that's a shame. At the docks at them, the other pharmacies must be too. Guess the only place left to ask would be the church. Sorry we bothered you, Doc. Not at all. I only wish I could be of more help. Do not hesitate to ask if there's anything else you need. Sure thing. If something comes up, you're the first person we turn to. I mean, okay, so if there's like supply shortages for it and it's used in medicine, I feel kind of bad yoinking it to make some food. You're like, sorry, Timmy. Can't treat you. I need a jade dragon's eye, and then the fucking dude needed it for his soup. You're gonna have to die. I was only able to admit a proper first aid to Geen because you all took him in so quickly. However, I've done everything I can for him. Can only rely on the hospital to handle the rest. And they're gonna be like, oh man, we could cure him instantly if we had some jade dragon's eye, but unfortunately we can't get access to it. No, the last jade dragon eye in all of Calvard was used to make noodles or something. I don't even remember what the dude was making. I'm getting more and more visitors mentioning their anxiety over yesterday's events. Honestly, this town is still reeling from last year's incident. I only hope the peace will prevail in the coming days. I heard the praying at this church brings good fortune in business, and considering I got a lot riding on this upcoming deal, saw them arrest Fon Lu for tax evasion yesterday, and now Calvardian Financial Bank stock has hit rock bottom. Well, okay. Buy the dip, man. What if the Heavenly Mother is too busy dealing with all that to help me? I mean, I hope if she's interfering in mortals' affairs, it better be like I'm curing people as fast as I can. If she's like, oh no, I gotta get the stock price up, nah man, not my goddess. Alright, I'll say it. ADO strike me down. If she's out here trying to get the stock price up, not my goddess. Hello, Aaron. I believe I've seen the rest of you around before as well. Is something the matter? Kinda, we're hoping you might be able to share some supplies with us. You see, we know a guy that's looking for a type of longan fruit called Jade Dragon's Eye, but even Longkai Clinic was out of them. I know the Churchonons use them for medicine, so we thought we might have some. Jade Dragon's Eye, you say? Why, yes, we actually do have a few of those. They're quite useful for the church's medicinal mixtures, so we make sure to procure some periodically. Although I hear the supply chain disruptions are making it difficult to get a hold of them. Yeah, that's how we ended up coming to you for help. Apparently, there's this place in Newtown, you don't need to know which. We're protecting our clients' confidentiality. Won't be able to make their dish for the big cook-off without them. Ah, I had no idea. Well, in that case, let me provide you with as many as you need. These are Jade Dragon's Eyes. A lot bigger and smoother than your typical fruit. You sure you're okay with giving us this many, though? Considering recent events, I would like to do my part to ease everyone's spirits as much as possible. We're extremely grateful for your assistance, sir. I'm curious, though. You all have been recruited to help with the contest, yes? Yep. Yes, sir. Is there something else you think we should know about it? It's just that there's this young man named Ming Xiao that's be his first time competing in the cook-off. However, I'm a bit concerned by the throngs of people that suddenly seem so wound up over his food. I mean, if something's that's popular, you're bound to have some people go completely nuts over it. Indeed. In fact, a very passionate fan recommended that I try the dish as well, so I went to go sample some. When I arrived, I was informed they'd only just sold out. I still have yet to try one. Dang, that's some unfortunate timing. Still, I'm surprised they ran out so suddenly. Made it sound like you had plenty when we went there. In any case, we've been asked to deal with any problems that might pop up during the cook-off. Maybe he's like, I know this priest would figure out that I'm selling drugs in my food, so I'm gonna say I don't have any food. Something like that. We'll do everything in our power to make sure it goes as smoothly as possible, so try and relax and enjoy yourselves. I will, and please, let me know if you need help with anything else in the meantime.
Heavenly Mother, please watch over us.
I'm pleased to have offered assistance with the cooking competition. It's truly a blessing to be able to continue with these social events. They do wonders in keeping everyone's spirits up. So we'll go, I guess we'll talk to Alcohol Man over here.
Oh, Aaron! Thank you so much for your help earlier.
My pleasure. I'm just glad everything worked out.
My pleasure. Oh man, Aaron, they got you brainwashed, man. You can just say you're
I'll
welcome,
admit, I
or
am a
no
little
problem.
nervous, but it's okay. Aaron's here to help us.
You hear that? Somebody thinks you're here to help them.
This must
You
be
sound like
the
Mario.
order.
That's who I thought it was for a second.
What'll it be?
Colored Fang Cord. The gift for Swin. Can make a U material plus. You know me, I'm always looking for them U material pluses. What about an Action 2?
Thank
Those
you.
are pretty cool.
What'll it be?
That's what all the kids
Thank
are
you.
talking about these days. How much they want an Action 2. Hey, Dragon, can I help me? Of course. I don't know, I got like really tired all of a sudden. It's like midday. I don't know, it's got like really like a wave of exhaustion just came over me in the last like 5 to 10 minutes. What's going on this time, Van? Looking for some kind of antique? Sorta. Actually, it's something to do with your hobby. You always had a thing for vintage wines, right? Oh, I get it now. I guess it wouldn't be too surprising if we didn't have a bottle laying around. We're looking for Tanfing Chuan. It's from a brewery that closed up a while back. You know it? Whoa, hold on there. That's what you're looking for? You're kidding. So, do you have it? Well, I mean, it wouldn't do me any good to lie about it. Yeah, I got 3 bottles. Only thing is, I bought them for myself. Wasn't exactly planning on selling them off. Ah, come on, man. If you got 3 or not, suck it up and sell us one. I didn't buy 3 because I was planning to sell any. One was to drink, one was to keep in storage, and the last one was for spreading the good word. I'm gonna be real with you for a minute. I love cake, but even I don't buy extra for storing and proselytizing. Be honest, man. If you knew they wouldn't go bad, you totally would. Anyway, if you've got one for spreading the word, then this seems like a pretty good opportunity, don't you think? Come on, share the love, buddy. What do you mean? The Great Longport Cook-Off, patent pending, is coming up, and Mason wants to use that wine for her entry. If she wins using your spare, then there might be a whole new run on the stuff. Indeed. If there's enough good publicity, maybe someone might consider investing in rebuilding the brewery. I see. Hadn't thought of it that way. Alright, you lot have convinced me. I'm still a businessman, doing business. Man, I insist on being paid appropriately for it. She already gave us the okay to put her in her tabs. Just charge it to her, okay? Alright, 100 million mirrors how much this costs. Sounds good. Give her my best. It'll be worth it if I get some good buzz for my store. Get it? Get a good buzz for my store? Cause I sell out. Get it? That part's out of our hands. Thanks to the bottle, though. Okay, apparently we earned an SP for some reason. Oh, wine's pretty rare. Well, here's hoping it does the trick for a dish.
You're free to take a gander at my wares.
You're not Toa. All the grown-ups in town had such serious looks on their faces yesterday. Had me a little worried. I wanted to know what was going on, so I actually rushed over to see for myself. I'm just glad it wasn't anything like happened last year.
I take great pride in all my merchandise.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Ooh, 8 speed. That's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good, partner.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Where's your next?
Okay, well, I don't want to get too much talking, because we want to come back and do it all in one shot. I don't want to, like, do this mixed thing where I'm like, did I talk to you? Did I not talk to you? I don't really know where I'm going.
Off we go.
And there's the restaurant. Oh yeah, the fish.
Second ward has
I couldn't remember why I was supposed to come here, but yes,
Right,
fish.
let's
Very
do
well.
this.
Let's see here.
Rosette's gonna calculate the angle of the dangle to find
Go
the
for
fish.
some fishing.
I'm curious to see how well I'll perform. There! A hit!
Okay, you got me. Oh god. You gotta try and do it as fast as possible, or you know, why are we
I'm
even
happy to
here?
report I caught one.
Rank C? How about rank fuck me? Caught. Whoa. Why are we pretending Van caught this shit? Van didn't do nothing, man. Looks like we got ourselves a biggin. Not sure what Will's planning to make with it, but he shouldn't have any complaints about a crab this big. I suppose we should move on to the next item then. You hear about what happened with Yanzu over at the Italian restaurant? Sure did. Guess he's gonna be competing in the cook-off after all. Seems like trouble follows that guy where he goes. All that business with the Life family already having a real tizzy. You know how weird he can be. Somebody so hard to please, he sure is awkward. That's what makes his food so good. Alright, let's see, we got everyone's missing ingredients. Heard a few interesting tidbits of info along the way, too. Should probably deliver the ingredients to each of the shops and head back. Even got the algae she was after. We should get it back to her soon so she has time to prep her dish. Okay. Van and friends delivered. Okay, I'm glad they did that for me automatically. I didn't want to have to go back. I'm so glad I put out that request. I feel so much better about putting on the cook-off now. It's all part of the job. There's still some time left for the event is scheduled to start, by the way. I'm sure you must be tired, so you're more than welcome to rest here before we begin. Not a bad idea, hmm? Yeah, sure, fuck it. Alright, we'll take you up on that. Can't hurt to decompress a bit. Almost forgot. Here's your fucking stuff, lady. That's the Tianfing Chuan. I can't believe you managed to find some. Well, you know, got a few connects. Wasn't able to give it to me for free though, so I hope you don't mind that I asked him to send the bill your way. So I guess that's technically optional. We didn't have to get this, which is why we got SP. Not at all. That should be what my dish needs. I've did it so much, I'm sure it won't disappoint. Sounds like I got plenty to look forward to at least. Anyway, let's wait here until it's time for the event to start. Looks like the participants are filling in, and are those the judges? Yep, with Nation on hosting duty and participating, they had to call in some impartial third-party judges. Usually the judges are the non-participating shop owners, folks in the Chamber of Commerce, you know, stuffy people. Gulp. Guess it's time for the battle to begin. Yeah, still a little bit before they get started, though. I'm actually going to step away for a minute. Might not be back in time for the opening ceremony, but you guys have a good time without me. Huh? Thought you wanted to make sure the competition went smoothly. I was so excited for us all to watch together. No big deal, just something I wanted to look into real quick. I'll be back as soon as I can. Wonder what's wrong. It's not like it's the first time he's gone off on his own. I'm sure he'll be fine. It's unfortunate we were unable to hold the competition at Kowloon Hotel as planned. It's the Life-Ufandian sincere pleasure to host this year's Great Longport Cook-Off. I'm sure you all must have a lot in your minds given everything that's happened in Longport recently. Andrew has taken his time. I know he said he might not make it back for the opening ceremony, but... You see that guy on the end over there? Isn't that the head chef from Taiwan? Yeah, he looks kind of grouchy. I'm surprised they sent him an invitation given the situation. Maybe that's what Van's looking into right now. We can worry about that later. Looks like the show's about to get started. Alright, our first contestant is Wuhan, from a beloved shop in the Eastern Quarter for travelers and locals alike. Oh, red crab dish. Ah, it's quite expensive ingredient for a place like wherever you work. I forget, I don't care. I thought it might be good to go all out for a change. It's a fairly standard Longport style steamed crab dish. Given the quality of the ingredients, I hope you find it to your liking. You fuckers ain't eating. This is making me hungry. You really did a good job with that red crab. Guess old man Wuhan's capable of some pretty fancy stuff when he puts his mind to it. My, that was quite excellent. You can really taste how fresh the crab is. Still, as excellent as the ingredients may be, I think it's lacking something. Ah, yes, I've had some extra to draw out all the flavors. Okay. For my dish, I've prepared a stew containing assorted seafood from the eastern coastline. I call it Fotaudon? Fotaudon? Fotialdan? I have no clue. The dried goods work together to create a multifaceted soup stock with a harmonious flavor. Oh, I've heard of this soup. I'm told it's exquisite. Got a piece of frickin' lint in the middle of it for some reason. Impressive. That certainly seems like a dish worthy of wherever the hell he works. Nobody cares. Yeah, their food draws from the elements of Longgon's cuisine and other Far Eastern places. You can tell a lot of care went into making it. Well, I usually prefer my food Longport style. I do get in the mood to try stuff like that every now and again. Ah, this is fantastic. Exactly what I expect from you. There's a bitterness and odor to it, not unlike some herbs used in Eastern medicine. The way it's blended together in terms of taste and aroma are top class. Most impressive thing is this longan fruit. This is Jade Dragon's Eye, isn't it? Provides an excellent accent to the flavor. Looks like you're next, Yanzu. I know a lot has happened recently, but I trust you've been doing alright since then. For the most part. Today I prepared oblongs in a thick glaze. The glaze itself is made from dried shark's fin and edible bird's nest. Brother, what the fuck did you just say to me? Ah, commend you for using such high quality seafood. I should have expected nothing less from the head chef to such a refined establishment. I don't know, kind of problematic if you ask me, man. That's the Lai family's restaurant for you, just rich enough to have bad taste. It seems that the judges are responding quite favorably to it, though. That was excellent. Certainly made the most of those ingredients. I agree. It feels like a very tried and true approach. Next up, we have my sister. For today's competition, I prepared a unique free-range chicken dish. I'm especially proud of this one. It's chicken steamed with carefully selected wine and spices that help to bring out a lovely aroma. Ooh, I've heard much about you, Meijin. I'm impressed that you've earned the rank of Tishi Chushu at such a young age. Looking forward to seeing the skills you developed from your days back at Kowloon Hotel. It's finally her turn, but Van's still not back yet. You should have at least been here for a presentation. Indeed, especially considering she's using the Laoju we obtained for her. Ma, this is fantastic! Various fragrances combined with such a delicate taste. All while preserving the delicious flavor of the chicken itself. It's marvelous work. Aye, that's certainly not all. I can tell there's something special about the wine you simmered the chicken in. It takes a bird's light flavors and colors it with spices, resulting in a superb balance. Finding the right wine to produce such a near-perfect dish must have been next to impossible. I was confident that it would all come together if I used the stuff, man. Fuck. Honestly, who made this quest? Where do they live? What's their name? When are they sleeping? That famous wine, I see. I understand why the taste is so familiar. Because I'm such a high-class individual. I'm always sipping on that shit. Sipping on the sauce, as they say. Makes it all the more regrettable the brewery closed down some time ago. I would love to see it make a resurgence someday. Great job, sis. I'm here too. For my cook-off, I'll be entering my renowned Millennium Duck. It's easy and sure to hook even the most discerning palate. This is the dish that's been so popular lately. Let's give it a taste then. This is... It's hard to describe, but it's completely captivating. With this flavor and aroma, it's like I can't stop myself. I never had anything like it. Aye, this is the first time I've experienced anything like this. How do you prepare such a delightful concoction? Let's just say I put a lot of work in my secret ingredient. I feel completely blindsided. It must even be better than I heard. I just wonder... No way, I mean, this food was good and everything, but don't you think they're exaggerating? Sounds like the winner's been decided already. I'm surprised he managed to reel in all three judges. Hold on a minute! Ah, damn, looks like I'm too late. Damn right you are. Where you been, man? The cookout's almost over. Wait, why is Doc Longkai with you? I told you I'd look into something, didn't I? Just took a little longer than expected. Look, I hate to do this in the middle of such a big event, but there's a problem with this cooking. Not only are you interrupting the competition, but you're trying to slander me. It ain't slander. I kept some of the food we brought from you in some of the containers. I had Dr. Longkai examine some of it for me, and boy, it's sure hell of a secret ingredient you got there. Indeed. One of the so-called spices we found in Millennium Duck is Lugesao. My medicinal herb compendium listed as a hallucinogen, one with pleasurable but addictive side effects. These days, it's considered to be quite the rarity. I'm curious how you managed to come upon so much of it. Ah, Philly! One of them should have been like, hell yeah, brother, that's my shit. You fed us something that dangerous? What should we do? Are we going to be okay? Fortunately, it's not so toxic to directly affect the body unless routinely ingested. It can be counteracted through treatment from most practitioners of Eastern medicine, including myself. There's no need to panic. You will have to pay, though. Fact remains, this guy deceived everyone into eating his drug food. That is why I felt so weird when I tried it earlier. You bastard, you had to go and pull something like that on top of all the other crap we've been dealing with from Hayaway? The shit did taste good though, so what's the name of that stuff again? Asking for a friend. How horrible. You're a disgrace to all chefs. You don't even deserve to carry that title. How did he manage to supply himself with so much of a rare herb? His prices were rather low, too. That's right, how would I even got my hands on that stuff in the first place? If you only tested one batch, then who's to say somebody didn't plant it in there just to make me look bad? True, because it would be pretty difficult for you to gather a stock of something so uncommon. If you were looking alone, that is. What if someone with access to it was working behind the scenes to help you out? Somebody's been sabotaging the other businesses. The only places unaffected were your food truck and Taoyuan restaurant. But compared to you, Taoyuan doesn't have much of a motive. I see, practically everyone in Longport's got their eyes on the Life family right now. Something like this would be the final nail in their coffin. But you, on the other hand, have the perfect motive for getting your hands on those herbs and for finding someone to get them for you. And to make sure his collaborator wouldn't lose face, he had to be sure he'd win. That's why he started messing with the other restaurants. That about sum it up? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. You're just out to get me. I'd never vandalize those places. I mean, that's odd. I didn't say a thing about anyone being vandalized. You seem awfully knowledgeable about it, though. Just give yourself up already. There's no getting out of it now. With this much evidence, we only need to get Hayway involved. Care to tell us how you procured those herbs? Looks like the jig is up. Aw, man, how am I ever gonna explain it to him? ... Turns out this is all part of the Garden Master's super elaborate plan. He's the third party. With his disqualification, the judges at the Great Longport Cook-Off took a moment to reconvene. Well, in spite of that little incident, the judges have now concluded their deliberation. Do we have a verdict on the winner? We do. The dish that shone best and brightest among all of us, those we sampled this evening, drum roll, was that of Lifandian's very own Meijing. Really? I'm honored. Way to go. In the end, we decided it was your use of the Laoju that truly won us over. Thank you so much. I promise to keep aiming for greater heights. It's what my father would have wanted. I would have thought that wine would end up being the deciding factor. I don't know, me? I guess it was worth the effort after all. As Meng Xiao's deeds were revealed, albeit in a rather unexpected manner, the cooking competition came to a close. The participants, having learned a few new things about their cooking, headed back to their respective businesses. Thank you again for all your help with this year's cook-off. Although I feel like the only reason I won was because you were able to help me find that stuff. Nah, this is the last little push to push you over the edge. Even without the wine, you've been getting nothing but rave reviews. Your skill's the real deal. Be that as it may, it was only because of you that Meng Xiao was exposed for who he really is. Yep, Doc Longcow said it's a good thing you stopped him when you did. You caught it right before his regular customers would have started getting sick from the stuff. He said they should be fine if they can go without it for about a week. I'm just surprised you even noticed something was off. I definitely thought it was odd how strongly people were reacting to his food, but I never imagined... Yeah, that was part of it. The thing that really tipped me off was the fact that he was avoiding serving people with the knowledge of medicine. Remember what Father Hong Sing said over at the temple told us? He said that whenever he went to give this dish a try, they told him they were fresh out. Yeah, when we were there, it made it sound like he had more than enough to go around. Didn't seem the least bit worried about meeting a man. Felt like a pretty unlikely coincidence to me, so I figured I should look into it. Well, I mean, we did come like at non-peak time, right? Whereas that dude may have came like after he was at work all day. You know, doing whatever it is the priests do. But yes, that was sus. I agree. Yeah, timing on that was just a little too perfect. By the way, you mentioned that drug he was using is pretty rare. Ever figure out how he got the stuff? I accessed our database, but I haven't been able to determine a possible access channel. According to the police, even Meng Xiao didn't know much about his collaborator's origin. In other words, he was probably being used. The only question is, what would somebody have to gain for having a cook feed hallucinogens to the general public? You said the only thing I think of is that they were using it as some sort of test. Maybe it was to see how far they could push the law while still keeping it under the radar, or maybe it's time for brand new mind control gimmick number 13. Let's see, jig us up. Oh man, how are we ever gonna explain it to him? ... He will be so mad at me. Not, you don't. He's a real scary dude. Ban? You wouldn't know him though. He lives in Roomy Fair here. Sorry, I was just thinking. Anyway, thought I'm to take care of your request for now. We've got other business to attend to, so we'll catch you later. Honestly, it's like there's a non-zero chance that it is related to the Garden Master, which is very funny. Of course, I'm so glad I turned to you for help. Feel free to stop by anytime.
That's a wrap.
Mira deposit confirmed.
Alright, we're still safe.
Welcome to Calvardian.
I really must thank you all again. Asking for your help was definitely the right choice. Now that I've proved to everyone how much my cooking has improved, I can start training to achieve even greater heights.
What can I get for you?
That shit kinda expensive, man.
Thanks a bunch.
Can I at least get a free sample since we, like, contributed to making it? I mean, I guess she gave us some money, which I guess, I mean, it's almost like a free sample in a roundabout way. Alright, we're gonna call it here. Next time, we will, head back to the districts and start chatting the people up. You know, if this video we just kind of went around lulling people into a false sense of security, they're like, oh man, there's that Spriggan guy. He won't leave me alone last time he was here. But this time we just passed through, didn't talk to many people, and they're like, oh, I guess he must not be in a chatty mood today. But then we come back for the second run when they're unprepared, and then we really get their deepest, darkest secrets. You know what I'm saying?